Hello and welcome back to a new update on Bitcoin. The last update is a couple of months old. It was shortly after the bottom. My point in the video was that we surely need to make a new low. And it took some time. I thought it would come sooner. But in the end, we finally got the new low, which leads me to believe that there is a possibility that now the correction might be over, indicated through the first buy zone in orange, which orange means a medium risk zone, which basically means that there is a chance that the bottom is in here. But there's also quite a big chance that we go lower, where I then will try to put a high risk buy zone that is more specified. The main assumption is still that we have a 5-wave impulse here and then an expanded flat, which might have ended, which might end soon, after which a wave 3 will come, which should have a target of something around 200 to 240,000 US dollar. There are other options, of course, which we can see in this chart. All these charts, by the way, are on my X. So if you want to be really up to date, then you should follow there. The options are pretty wild, pretty different. The main assumption, of course, is that we are soon gonna end this 2 and then 3 will come, as I said, in the target between 200 and 240,000. But other options are that we either see an X wave, which means that this was a W and then we get an X into this target area and then a Y down. And the other option would be that this is the first part of the correction, the second part is an expanded flat, where we go with 3 moves up as well, and then we see another wave down. There's also option D over here, where we make just really a tiny bit of a move up and then we go to a new low. These are all Elliott wave scenarios that are possible. Option D, in my opinion, is the least likely. It would be that the top is not here, but the top is over here, and then that we had an A here, and not that we had an ABC to a W, X, and now an ABC to a Y. That would be option D. The other 3 options, A, B, and C, here I think are equally likely, slightly favoring option A. However, I don't think there's any way of knowing exactly. What we have to do is wait for this move to end and then up move to start, depending on how impulsive the move up is, depending on how the structure looks, and depending on how much volume we get, apart from other indicators. Then we can decide, okay, are we more likely just corrective in these 2 options or impulsive in option A. So now let's jump to the lower time frames. First of all, this was a concept that I also talked about already in the phase. Let me find it quickly. In this phase where we made the last video, I think I made it somewhere around here, where we dropped really harshly and then we had a counter move, and I made the point that if we have a sharp drop down, it's most likely a third wave and we need the 4 and we need another 5. We are in the pretty much the same situation as back then. We've had a sharp move down, we need a 4, sharp move down, we need a 4. We went down, sharp move down, we need the 4, and the 5 needs to come. So now the micro count might be of interest. Right here we have the higher time frame buy zone, which got tapped a little bit, which means that technically there is a chance that it's over, but I think the chance is really slim. There are different counts here possible. As you know, the lower you go, the more likely it is that a count gets invalidated, but I think this is the most likely one. In this most likely one, we need 2 more fifths. We have the same concept as the one I talked just now about, that we have a sharp move down, we need a 4, we need a 5th. And then probably we get a sharp move here as well with spike in volume. and then we will get a counter reaction, and then we probably will see that we need another fifth as well. However, there is a chance that this right here is counted differently. In that case, this blue 3 could be over here, meaning that on the next low right here, the correction might be over, or the chances are quite high that it could be over. So I personally am going to place the biggest amount of my my cash in this low, because I'm more comfortable holding a little bit in the red if we get this move as well, rather than to not buy here and hope for this move and it doesn't come, and then I'm gonna be left behind. Because chances are, if the bottom is here, the move up will come pretty quickly and pretty impulsively. So if you don't catch the bottom, we are gonna be really quickly at above 70k again, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's it for a quick overview on how Bitcoin looks. Let me know if you want me to go into more detail on any time frame, or if you have a specific coin that you want me to talk about, and see you in the next video on my X. Thank you very much.